You are now tuned into Flippin' the Birds, a Philly Sports Network podcast.
What's going on, fans? Welcome all to episode 124 of Flippin' the Birds. I'm Brian Cameron alongside Christian Fontaine, Morgan Burkett, and today we are joined by none other than Zach Pascal. I said it right? Pascal? Yeah, I missed
that. Damn Puerto Ricans and your pronunciations, man.
For the podcast.
All good. Appreciate you guys having me.
No, man, we appreciate you coming on, honestly, man.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I mean, how you feeling?
I'm excited, yo. I'm so excited. So excited, yo. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle. I'm excited, man. New city, new environment, closer to home. I mean, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Go ahead. I think we're all in agreement that, obviously Philly wanted a splash signing, but we feel like you were the right signing because not only do you bring a veteran presence to the wide receiver group, but also you're a very reliable wide receiver. I mean, Morgan and I have kind of looked at, your route running. We've also looked at the reliability of your hands, and you actually, in your 4 years in the league, you've done some pretty big things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a great receiver. I just need the opportunity to show these things, and I'm usually more so known for like run blocking and things like that. Yeah, I'm aggressive. I'm tough, but I compete as well. So when I hear things like, "Oh, he can't, play receiver," I mean, what? Okay, I'm gonna show you. All right, cool. I could go route somebody up and have fun and play the game.
Yeah, so like you're going into your fifth year in the league already, and it's spent 4 years with Indy, and you got Mr. Eyes emoji now as your head coach. Like I mean, we were listening to that press conference today, and how wild was it that your text message from your new head coaches or your potential head coach at the time obviously was just like the eyes emoji, like was it like what the hell is he talking about here?
Well, I sent him the eyes emoji. I sent him the eyes emoji, and he was like, "We're trying," and I was like, "Come get me," and he was like, "All right, we coming," and then she made it happen. So I knew Philly. I knew Philly is where I wanted to come and succeed at.
But so prior to Philly, you're Indianapolis and all that, and you're coming from Old Dominion. It's not like so many people are coming from Old Dominion too. I think Pierre Carson was there, right? No, no. Travis Fulgham.
Travis Fulgham. So yeah, Travis was a sophomore when I was a senior. Crazy. I was the first person to go to the combine from Old Dominion, and then Travis was I think 2 years after that. And he was the first receiver drafted out of Old Dominion. And then, he had the stint in Philly, and, he was making a name for himself.
You should have worn your jersey, Brian. Yeah, Brian's got a Fulgham jersey.
Listen, I got it for free, man. You don't turn down anything for free, bro. It's a free.
It's vintage now. It's vintage now.
Yeah.
Listen, he had a hell of a time here. I mean, it was phenomenal what he was doing. As to why it didn't pan out, I mean, it's the biggest question in the universe right now.
Yeah.
So from there, hold on, Morgan. I'm not done with my question. So from there, like the pre-draft, process and all that was all that was Indy the only team for you, or were the other teams that were interested?
So when I came out, I went to Washington. I was undrafted and signed to Washington. I was in Washington until the end of camp. So I got released at the end of camp. Titans picked me up on their P squad for that whole year. Next year, going into camp, Indy signed me. And so I went into Indy, first day of camp. I was really kind of like a camp body, but I had other, I was trying to make the team,
Other
so
plans, yeah.
and ended up making the team, and then from there on, it's been,
Mhm.
just
Now
playing the
you're
game.
here. Now you're
Yeah.
here. That's it.
What's that transition been like coming UDFA as an undrafted free agent, and then now joining a team where you're the veteran presence. Really, it's a really young receiving core, and you're kind of that the veteran in the group. What's that transition like? Are you excited to kind of assume that role?
Yeah, I'm excited. But we're all on the same grind. We're all grinding
Right.
to become better each and every day. And I feel like, yeah, I've been in the league longer. I've seen more things, but there's things I can learn from these young guys as well, and we could just feed off each other and continue to grind it out and get to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Have you had a chance to talk to any of the receivers on the team yet?
Yeah, I'm in the group chat now, so everybody mentioned their
Okay.
name, and
Cool.
we talked for a quick bit.
So that speaking of receivers, it's like Morgan just said, you're just going in there as like the veteran. I mean, you're going into a group where you got a second year player in Devonta Smith, you got a third year player coming out, Quez Watkins, another third year player in Jalen Rager, and you got a fourth year player in JJ Whiteside, and you got the other veteran and Greg Ward there. So
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
what with those guys? I mean, you have two players there, and Jay would say J Jaw. It's just his name is too long to just keep saying over and over and over. And Rager in guys that were drafted in the second round in J Jaw, first round in Rager, and their stats so far haven't been so to speak haven't lived up to where they wanted. And even your new general manager Howard Roseman came out a couple in his combine presser saying that in year two you expect Jalen Rager to take at this step. What do you think you bring to those guys, and what do you like to help them out? Obviously they're going to be gunning for your spot now. You're coming in, Sirianni, the offense and all that. What can you bring to them to help them, take that next step into this Eagles offense?
Being able to fight through adversity, man, showing them different ways to fight through adversity. All in life, things may not go the way you want to, but it's how you respond to it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that defines a man deep down and how he responds to adversity. Are you gonna tuck your tail, or you just, or are you gonna, find a way to get out of this? And just, continue to help guys, find ways to get better every day, just like with me too. These guys gonna teach me things that I may never even knew, that's gonna help me. And I'm gonna feed what I know onto these guys.
So there's a lot of people in Philadelphia right now that are very curious as to what's your number going to be, because you have Kenny Gainwell wearing 14. 11 is available.
Yeah, so
I think 13 is available as well.
yeah, so I was asked today if I wanted to wear 11 or 13, and I told him 11.
Oh, we got a new 11. Breaking
Yeah,
news.
I told him 11.
Breaking news. Zach Pascal, number 11. Adjust your carts on Fanatics and NFL.com.
Another question I do have. Obviously, you and Sirianni are very close. You guys, you formed a bond in Indianapolis. You also mentioned in the presser how precise he is with what he wants from his wide receivers. Now, obviously, I don't expect you to to have watched film on any of the Eagles receivers from last season, but if you're kind of like if you've seen Devontae play, if you've seen Quez play, like what are things that like, what is the influence that you've seen in Sirianni and the way these guys are running their routes, are blocking, are kind of giving their all on the field?
Well, I seen a play with Quez Watkins when he went deep, and he stepped on the guy's toes, stuck him outside, and went deep. And I know for sure that was a Sirianni teaching, like a Sirianni teaching, because he did exactly how Sirianni would coach it, and he had a big gain on it. Devontae Smith, I know he had a toe drag catch in the end zone from Jalen Hurts, and I know for a fact Sirianni coached the sideline catch, dragging your feet, and he did it perfectly. So I know these guys, I know they take coaching and watching them on film and highlights, doing all these things. It's like, okay, like, Sirianni's coaching well, so I'm excited to be a part.
I mean, you can tell he's really, really clear on the details of what he wants. but even another thing he talks about a lot is character. And I think that even from the outside looking in, we kind of know what kind of guy he is. But what's your relationship been with him? I saw some quote that he told his son that he wants him to grow up and be a football player like you. So what does that mean to hear that from your head coach, and what kind of person is Nick Sirianni?
Yeah, he told me that my second year or third year playing with him. He told me that. I mean, it's been a relationship since I stepped foot in the Indy, and we was shooting hoops and in the meeting room and being competitive, and then we kind of grew into a friendship, coach player friendship, and then relationship, and we just been cool throughout the whole process. And now seeing him as a head coach, like, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his opportunity, and now I get to be a part of that, on his football team. So it's just all going, it's a lot of emotions, a lot of positive emotions, happy, excited, ready, and just ready to go.
So this is kind of a two-part question because we got one part of it is from the chat. So you had dinner with the Eagle staff last night, and well, first of all, I guess three-part question. First of all, what did you have, and what did Nick have? Like, that says a lot about Nick. What he had for dinner, and and then we have a question that when you had dinner with them, did they give you a sense, or maybe before the dinner or after dinner, of how they'll use you in the lineup? And coupled with that, how much of Sirianni's offense is such a, like, not, I don't want to say a copycat, but like similar to what you just did in Indianapolis with Coach Wright. You like, it's just a Philly circle here. You got Wright coming from Philly to go to Indianapolis, and now you had Sirianni there, and now he goes to Philly, and now you're following him to Philly. So it's like it's all like intermingled here. So how, like, just similar or dissimilar is it that going from Wright to Sirianni or back to Sirianni?
It's actually very similar. I mean, the wording and stuff is different, but it's actually just basically the same thing. Just different words, different communication languages, and just being able to process, different checks at the, it's gonna be different verbiage. So I think that's pretty much the only difference. As far as dinner last night, I had a Wagyu steak.
Yeah.
This thick.
Dude, I gotta show him the picture of me. I went to Ruth Chris last weekend for my birthday, and I had a nice 40-ounce tomahawk steak, and I ate that thing to the bone, man.
I was at First 48. No, I said First 48. It's Steak 48. I think it's called Steak 48. Yeah,
That's
it was
delicious.
good. It was real good. I said First 48.
Cool.
I did have a question that just in my mind when you guys started talking about steaks, and I'm a little hungry.
Yeah. The steak kind of threw me off. I'm just thinking of that now. We've talked about the coaching staff. Well, in particular Nick Sirianni as well, but a new quarterback situation as well. Haven't had a repeating quarterback yet in your career, I believe. And so,
go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. But what have you seen of Jalen Hurts? What excites you about him? And then can you talk to you about it's a very different style quarterback than you've had in the past. So what's exciting about working with Jalen Hurts, and what are you looking forward to?
As from watching TV and just watching film, Jalen Hurts is a worker, and he grinds no matter if he's shining or if he's not shining. He's grinding after the game, pregame, whatever it is, and I people like that attract me. So I know it's just gonna build and be a great bond just through the grind, and then that's gonna lead to the field or wherever it leads to. Yeah. So like I seen that on film. I know we're gonna blend well with that. I forgot your second question though.
That's okay. I was just talking. He's a different style quarterback than you've had in the past.
So different style quarterback. Honestly, in college, I played with Taylor Heineke and David Washington, and they were very athletic quarterbacks who ran the ball as well, who scrambled, can make plays on the.
Uh-oh.
Could be worse. That's not a bad freeze frame.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. It froze. It wasn't a bad face you were making, so it was good. It was good.
yeah. I was just saying, you know, I played with athletic quarterbacks
Mhm.
in college who made plays on their feet, and so you know, it wouldn't be a big change or a big surprise for me.
When you're playing with a quarterback like that, like Mario said, you've had Brissett, you've had Rivers, you've had Wentz, who is more of a mobile quarterback than those your previous guys, but Hurts will probably be the most mobile quarterback you've had. You know, when you're out there as a receiver, how difficult is it? I mean, you're a do-it-all receiver. You got the hands. You know, you can go out and get the ball, and you run block. You kill the guy. You kill the DBs out there, and you run block. How hard is it to, if at all, to be out there and be like, okay, I'm going to run block, but then all of a sudden, or go out for a route, and then you got to turn around and block if the quarterback is scrambling?
Well, it's all about awareness. I mean, if the play's too long, I mean, you see your quarterback got space. You know, you're not thinking about catching the ball. You're thinking about moving the ball past the first down. So
Mhm.
if he got the ball, I got to block for him as best of my ability with this guy right here. Even though I was trying to run a route and it was a pass play, like that's just awareness.
So you're kind of a do-it-all wide receiver. And you know, this past offseason when free agency broke, there was a notion that, you know, Philly was an attractive place for offensive players to come to because for some reason Jalen Hurts has a bad rap for the reason of, you know, the arm strength and things of that sort. Being a wide receiver yourself, like, you know, did you like kind of look at Philly like, okay, like, you know, if and a butt about it, or it's kind of like, hey, I could work with this. I can move forward with, you know, this guy's my QB.
I could work with this for sure. I mean, it was if both honestly. If fans, no if fans or bust, I'm coming. But like I like we can make something happen. Like I'm always on the positive side of like we can make something shape regardless of what the situation is. Let's compete. Let's fight, and we're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way, and I'm here to help find a way.
And a big thing. Well,
sorry, no, you
real
go
quick.
ahead, Brian.
A big thing as well. So, you know, we had Mike Hill on the podcast not too long ago. He's actually, you know, we've had him twice on the podcast. As you see, Chris wearing the dog culture shirt. Can you kind of just go in depth about that relationship? You know, Sirianni came here to talk about dog mentality, and you know, Eagles fans, we were thinking, oh yeah, underdogs. Like we were the underdogs, you know, for the Super Bowl. But it means so much more to Mike. The brand means so much more than just, you know, what we were thinking as fans. Can you kind of go in depth about, you know, your relationship with Mike and how it all kind of came together with you and Sirianni?
So I met Mike randomly at my high school. I want to say it was some practice or like a tournament at the school, and I was walking back to my car, and you know he stopped me and was like, "Yo, like I got these dog, you know, apparel that you know I want you to wear if you want for free." So I took some. I forgot what it was. Honestly, I think it was I want to say it was maybe a shirt or a hoodie shirt. And when I went to Indianapolis, I ended up getting the whole, you know, buying a whole staff, the whole players, and me and Mike connected to getting the whole team some apparel, dog apparel. And Nick, I got it for 2 years, 2 or 3 years straight. I got everybody, you know, different colors. And then when Nick went to Philly last year, he hit me up and you know asked me to get the dog shipment over to Philly. And so I connected him with Mike, and then Mike went to Philly, and they got it all squared off, and you know they got the now you got the dog
That's right.
and you know, so it's good to see the dog LLC grow. But for me, dog culture, I look at it as whatever in life, not just the game of football, but whatever in life, what type of adversity you face, you got to be a dog in your circle. You know, you can't worry about everybody's race, everybody's plan. Oh, this guy did this. Oh, this guy. No, you got to worry about your circle, your life, and be a dog in your circle and face adversity through whatever you got to do, go through.
That's right. I mean, we love Mike. We had him on the pod back in I think October, and we were able to thankfully raise some money for the National Institute, the Children's Hospital, you know, for him. And ever since then, we've been in constant contact. You know, his mission, we're preaching his mission and all that. I'm a high school varsity head coach for track, and
Okay.
I brought this message to my kids. I say, you know, if you this is something that we're gonna do this year. Like, if you don't have the desire, if you don't have the attitude, if you don't have the will, if you don't have the grind, you're not willing to grind and
Right.
do all this, then why are you on my team? You know,
Right.
all this, and I let Mick know that, you know, and I had a couple kids come up to me like, "What's the website for that?" So they're, you know, I have some kids that are buying the stuff, but it's such a great message. We love that Sirianni has brought it to the Eagles. We love it's coming full circle now, like with
Yeah.
you that started it, you know, with the Indianapolis Colts, and then brought it here, and now it's in Philly, and now you're in Philly. It's just it was just meant to be, man, and we're very excited to have you here. You know, it's been, you know, for so long, the Eagles wide receiver position has been a question mark. You know, it's been, you know, with your former quarterback, you know, Carson Wentz, you know, here when he was at Philly for so long, it was, who is he throwing to? Like, it was, you know, guys, like, not to disrespect them, but it was guys that for the most part would have been on a practice squad or maybe even a free agent if there wasn't the opportunity on the Eagles, that, you know, from injuries and all this stuff, or not signings and all this stuff. But for the first time in a long time, it seems like with you, with Quez, with Devontae, you know, Devontae, have you seen Devontae, like have you seen him in depth, and how impressed with you is just as a rookie?
Yeah.
That was he able, what he was able to do this year?
Yeah. That was very, very impressive seeing him do what he did as a rookie. And Nick as a, you know, rookie head coach, you know, and what they was able to do, breaking, you know, the rookie record and having big plays. And but I'm more so impressed on the little details that he was able to do in his game. Like I said, he did the sideline touchdown catch, dragging his feet, you know, different techniques of his route, like he knows as a rookie. So it's like, you know, he has a lot of upside. And so just to come, and like I said, like, yeah, I'm the vet, but like I could learn things too, just like I could give things off to, you know, these guys. So as long as we all grinding together for, you know, for a big purpose, then we all just gonna feed off each other, and it's just gonna make the room so much better.
That's enticing. We'll take a question from Morgan, and then we have 3 questions left in the chat for you, Zach. Because I know you're limited on time.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're cool with that, we'll go Morgan and the questions in the chat.
Well, I can tie in a question in the chat. I just want to talk
perfect.
to you about that dog mentality. I know, like, we talked earlier about how you've got a reputation as a physical receiver. You know, for better or for worse, I think now people think of a physical receiver as someone who, you know, can't do other stuff, and you know, we know that that's not true. But you know, you have that mentality as a physical receiver, and one, I was wondering if you could speak to that that attitude when you bring it to being a receiver. And then 2, one of the questions in the chat is what attribute do you think really sets you apart and that you're excited to bring to the team?
So in high school, I was a corner. I was recruited as a DB.
Okay. That
So
makes sense.
I had 12 scholarships. 11 of them was for defensive back, and 1 of them was for receiver. The receiver one, they had this big time running back that was running the ball 35 times a game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Old Dominion. Old Dominion offered me a defensive back scholarship, but they gave me a shot. I told them I would only come if I was able to get a shot playing receiver.
Okay.
And they said, okay, cool. And so ever since then, you know, I've been playing receiver. But that toughness and that attitude, like, you know, I was at corner. I was on defense.
Yeah,
so even in Indy, if you see me outside of the facility, I'm with the defensive guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the linebacker dinners. I'm sitting at the in the defensive line room, just vibing with the defense. So I feel like I got a defensive mentality on the offensive side.
That's a huge advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So question in the chat is a 2-part question. Did you have any cool moments with Sirianni in Indy? And who won rock, paper, scissors?
Cool moments in Indy. So in Pittsburgh, I had a couple sideline catches. I had a catch that helped get us in game tying field goal range. And I came to the sideline, and Nick was like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna get you paid." And I always remember like when he said that to me. And so, I remember when he said that to me at that big moment in the game right there. So,
Mhm.
wow.
That's
yeah,
dope.
I remember that for sure.
Did you guys play rock paper scissors? Yet or no?
Today we didn't play rock paper scissors, but we did today shoot hoops, and
Did you do? Yeah, did you?
he did beat me. He beat me.
Oof.
Oh,
So he
Tough.
beat me in the game
So
of
he
pig.
so
He beat me in the
so
game of pig because I was shooting, more 3 range, and he started shooting like layup
He was-
ranges,
Yeah.
all net, and so I ended up missing
oh
2,
man,
which is right
Nick,
there.
he's really a
You
layup
got
person.
Yeah,
you got to
yeah,
challenge him again this offseason.
yeah. He said, "I can't beat you with range. I'm gonna beat you with technique." I said, "All right."
Damn.
Yeah.
That's how he is, though. He gotta find a way.
Yeah.
Gotta find a way.
So I got 2 final questions. One's more for. Well, I'll do the first one first. Before my last question, can you think of something to ask the chat right now? Because we want to give away a Dog Culture hoodie for the fans. Can you
Okay.
think of something right now to ask the fans, and they'll put answers in the chat. And while we finish up this interview, we'll throw up some things, and you let us know which one was right.
Okay. And it has to be. It could be a random question.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I like that. That's good. That's a good one, Chris.
Okay.
Sometimes I get good ones.
Yeah.
you should say that.
Let's see. It could be any question.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that wouldn't be a good question. That wouldn't be. Okay.
We're putting you on the spot here, but
Yeah, I'm on the spot. It's all good. It's all good. Though.
Listen, this is Philly fans. We
I'm
we
fine
boo,
with it.
we boo, we put people on the spot, and we throw snowballs at Santa.
That's cool. All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Or was it batteries? I don't remember.
Dang, I forgot the question. Okay. What game did I score my first touchdown?
Ooh, there you go.
That's a good
So you hear that in the chat for your chance to win this, and it's the sleeveless Dog Culture hoodie because it's getting like we were talking to Mike before. He said that it's gonna get warm out soon. So you're gonna the sleeveless Dog Culture hoodie. What was
Sun's
the
out,
first
guns out.
game for exactly? First game that and it's if you don't know what it looks like, if you go on the Dog Culture website, is one Miles Sanders is wearing on the website.
Cool
It's
dog culture hoodie.
it's great. It's awesome. So what was the first game that Zach scored his first touchdown, and the first person to get it right wins. So my question. Actually, I guess I just think I thought of a new one. Sorry, this happens a lot. Number one. Have you seen Miles Sanders' game yet? The way he runs the ball, and how similar or not similar will it be? How will it be to blocking for him or playing with him than it was for Jonathan Taylor? Because Jonathan Taylor was almost MVP last year.
No difference. They're both talented backs. I mean, every class. I mean, I feel like the younger the generation is, the more athletic these guys are. But they both 2 great backs. I mean, I know Miles since Penn State, being a superstar at Penn State and then coming in the league, and now being a superstar in the league. So just knowing that the play could go left, but Miles could come right, and always being aware, just make sure I got my guy because I got an elite back that can do like a lot of things back there.
All right, before the answers, have you heard Jordan? Have you heard Jordan Mailata sing yet?
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Just
on the mass
you
Yeah,
gotta
for
look
a
it up.
treat.
Your star left tackle right there. He can sing, man.
Oh, I gotta hear it. Man.
So we do have a couple answers in the chat. So Duck has he's saying Atlanta.
Not
Zach
Atlanta.
says the Rams, and then you have Patrick and Marquise saying Houston.
Houston is correct. Andrew Luck, 4-yard touchdown coming out the back.
So Patrick got it first. He came in the chat first.
Wow, by split second.
Congratulations.
Good job, Pat.
Yeah, so
Pat.
Maybe we'll talk to Mike, see if we can send it to
we'll
Pat
figure
and
something
Marquise.
out for Marquise too.
Listen, they're both loyal fans.
So we know, you're crunched for time. You officially signed a contract today. You had your press conference today. I think you're in Philly with your mom right now as well.
No, I'm actually back home. We took a flight back home.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
it's time to celebrate, man.
Yeah,
it's time
I'm
to,
with the whole fam.
Free agency is done for you. You're an Eagles. Time to celebrate. Time to,
Yes, sir.
the good life until training camp comes around.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're very appreciative for your time, Zach.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. We wish you the best. We can't wait to see your first touchdown in that number 11 jersey. Again, breaking news: Zach is number 11, the next number 11 for the Eagles. It's kind of great full circle there too, but we won't get into that. But it's we're very, very, very excited. I think for all Philly fans.
We have actually an exchange offer from Patrick. He'll take a follow on Twitter from Zach if you want to give Marquise the sweatshirt.
Send the Twitter handle.
I'll send it in the chat. I'll send it in the chat for you.
All
right. So Pat, there you go. I'm gonna send him your at in the group chat text we're in a little bit. But it's gonna be fun. Like I was saying before, if there was one signing for the Eagles that we all fans and analysts and thought that we just knew was gonna happen, it was you and Sirianni. It was you and Sirianni, and it wasn't like one of those like, oh, it's gonna happen. Like it wasn't a disappointment one. It was an exciting one because we saw what you did with him in Indianapolis, and we're looking forward to seeing you do the same thing, if not more, with him in Philly, man. So congratulations again. Looking forward to you balling out next year in Philly. Your first game at the Link is going to be absolutely electric. So I hope you enjoy that to the fullest extent, man.
Thank you, boss, man. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys stay safe and take care.
You too, man.
Enjoy it.
Have a good night.
I need to get his at name too.
Yeah, I'll send it. I'm gonna send it in the chat right now.
Okay.
So that means Marquise.
So Marquise gets the hoodie, and and Pat gets the follow. That's a hell of a shot to shoot, Pat. But I respect it.
For sure.
So yeah, guys. So obviously Zach Pascal joining us live and announcing a lot of things. I mean, what I took from that was he was really paying attention to what Sirianni was doing last year with the Eagles wide receivers. And to speaking on, Quez made took the advice of Sirianni, ran with it. Devontae took the advice with Sirianni, ran with it. And now you have the actual influencer in the room with the Rager, with the white side going forward. So I still think it's a big signing, regardless of how other people look at it.
Huge. Guys, if you're not already, make sure to follow Zach on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. Let's show him some Philly love.
And then Marquise, if you can, DM Chris on Twitter your information, and then he'll swing it to Mike and Zach and get you that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're very excited for Zach. We're excited for you guys for Marquise to win that, and Pat for your generosity. Pat, I'm sorry, but I don't remember your Twitter. I just had to search it on Twitter. So sorry for disappointing you. But I remember who you are. So I put it on Twitter. I just typed it in and I got it, and I sent it to him just now in the DM. So hopefully soon, you see that little Zach Pascal just followed you. Yeah, we're very, very excited to have had him on. It is, again, for those that don't know, that was his first interview since being signed, like outside of the Eagles. Like that's just flipping the birds. It's what we do.
The most underrated podcast in Philadelphia for
some
weird reason.
You see all these polls, like what's the best Eagles podcast out there, and we don't even. I mean, I don't even think we're the best. I don't even think we're close to being the best. But to be not even considered like in the poll, that's disrespectful.
Top 5.
We're not hurt. We're not hurt at all. We'll just prove them wrong.
It's not like we got articles in the Pro Football Hall of Fame or anything like that.
Shit! Hey, Jasir was sending out some follows yesterday.
He did mention that on the podcast. He mentioned Philly fans to follow him and to follow back.
Cool.
Yes.
So yeah, usually we do an hour-long podcast, but we've had a hell of a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris
I'm
and I in the
tired.
doghouse. So
I'm tired. Just
Um,
and just as heads up, I'm gonna say it now. Who cares? Sean texted me today. Sean Bradley texted me today, apologizing for not showing up on Tuesday. He was very sick. And he texted me saying, "Hey, I'm good for next week if you guys are good." So look forward to next Tuesday. Sean Bradley again. So within the month of March, we would have 3 Eagles players in March. March Madness at its best. So
and
we should do that going forward.
we're talking about how tired we are, guys. For those of you that stayed up all 3 nights, man, we appreciate you so much. That shows some dedication as well. So, I'm sure you guys are tired. Hope that you guys enjoyed what we were able to provide.
Morgan did his hair for the show too.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I was waiting for a comment. I was like, hey,
Tuesday with a hat, Wednesday with a hat, Thursday, boom, there it is.
Boom. Yeah,
but no gel, right? Did you look up something about Mary yet?
It's loose in there.
I need you to look up something about Mary.
Huh?
Alex,
Alex,
you do not want to know.
I don't have time to watch movies.
You do not want to know, Alex, what is going to go on with our wallets the next couple weeks.
Yeah. It started with a tattoo. My wife just got a tattoo on her arm today. Wow, I was doing this. So
my anniversary is next Friday. So
good luck to you, buddy.
It's not your anniversary anymore. It's her anniversary.
No, it's her.
You get no stay in this. Oh God! All right.
I'm gonna go play soccer.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Next Tuesday, guys, we'll be back with Sean Bradley. Until then, keep an eye on our Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow our Instagram as well.
And make sure, just make sure, hey, people in the chat, if you see, do us a favor. If you see any other outlet announce that Zach Pascal is wearing number 11, be sure to comment and say, hey, where'd you hear that from? Make sure they credit the right.
Okay, I was gonna say it on Good Morning Football tomorrow.
Yeah, K Adams might say it on Good Morning Football tomorrow. So make sure they know who got that scoop.
Okay.
All right, boys.
All right, guys. Yes, I'm Brian Cameron. He's Chris Afante, alongside Morgan Burkett, and we're flipping the birds. Until next Tuesday, guys.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Yes, sir.